Okay, pause YouTube. What's up? How's it going, everybody? Have for y'all one crazy UU Wi-Fi battle I had against Zack off of my Discord using this awesome team that I made around Talonflame because I just really wanted to use Talonflame in the UU tier. Actually, I did a showdown live with this team if you guys want to check that out and see this team in action a little more. I'll leave a link to that down in the description as well as a link to the team itself, guys. Anytime that I upload a Wi-Fi battle, there's always going to be a Poke Paste in the description. If you click that link, it takes you to the sets and the EVs that I used in the battle, essentially. So all 6 of the mons are going to be in that Poke Paste with the EVs and all that shenanigans, because I've seen some people leaving comments saying that I should leave sets in the description, and they are in the description. Just click the link, guys. Click it. So yeah, if you guys enjoy this, hit that like button down below, answer the comment question of the day, which will also appear after the battle is over. So he's going to be leading off with his Infernape, as I'm going to be leading off with my Seismitoad at Team Preview. I didn't expect Talonflame to do entirely too much in this match. However, though, Mega Manectric actually does pose a giant threat to his team, so definitely have to make sure to not misplay with my Manectric. However, though, the combination of this, what turns out to be Choice Banded Infernape, and the Lucario in the back could be very terrifying. So after getting up my rocks, I'm going to switch it to my Latios, knowing I should be able to live one very easily, but he ends up critting me on the switch in, and that kind of sucks. It's not really game changing, but it does suck in the sense that now I can't switch into another close combat potentially. So expecting him this turn to switch into his Azumarill, I'm going to double switch into my Manectric because there's no reason for him to risk Infernape this early on in the match, especially when it can just come in, click close combat, and absolutely just blow something back on my team. So I do double out here and actually catch the incoming Rotom, which is actually pretty good for me because if I'm able to weaken this Rotom, this is essentially one of his only switch-ins to my Talonflame that will be gone. And then if I can wear down Aerodactyl enough, I can actually put him in range of where Brave Bird can knock him out, or a Supersonic Sky Strike if I'm in Gale Wings range. So I decided to be aggressive here, just go straight for the Thunderbolts, as he actually ends up being aggressive himself and goes for the Hydro Pump. I thought that he wouldn't go straight for the Water type move because I do have my Seismitoad in the back. So this turn, thinking that he would expect me to go for the Volt Switch, I'm actually going to make a pretty aggressive prediction here and expect his Gliscor to come in, and I'm going to go straight for the Hidden Power Ice, absolutely destroying that Gliscor, which now means my Manectric can come in here for free and click Volt Switch. That is if this Lucario doesn't knock me out, because there is no chance that I can let this Lucario potentially go for a Swords Dance, so I have to be aggressive here. And then it turns out that he's not Life Orb. He might have been Z-Move, because Z-Move Lucario is something that I've seen a few times, but it's not a very common set from what I've seen. Actually, Lucario is not really that common in UU in general, but I have seen a Z-Move variant. So the fact that he wasn't Life Orb there is absolutely amazing for me, because I was able to knock out the Lucario, and now his only real big threats are the Infernape and potentially this Azumarill, depending on what set it is exactly. So I do expect them to want to Aqua Jet here, so I'm going to make an aggressive switch into my Seismitoad to be able to get the Water Absorb off, which is absolutely amazing because now my Toad is out of range of where that Infernape's close combat could knock him out, and in return I can knock him out with the Scald. So I ended up making a humongous error here, and I misclicked on Stealth Rocks because I wanted to try and Toxic here. It was either Toxic or Knockoff. Either one of those two would have been very good for me to have gone for there. But yeah, I ended up misclicking on the Stealth Rocks. And then the next turn, he does go for the Defog as I go for my Toxic. Could you imagine if you could get up like 2 layers of Stealth Rocks? That would actually be kind of insane. But like, it wouldn't do... It would be like spikes where the first spike always does like a certain amount, and then the second one does like a little bit less than the first one. So yeah, actually that'd be kind of interesting. I wonder how that would work out there. So I'm not sure if I did get on my rocks there again. I think I did go for the Toxic, and then this turn I'm going to switch out because I actually don't want my Seismitoad to be burned. But by bringing in my Latios here, I covered him potentially going for a Volt Switch or even the Pain Split. I was more or less expecting Pain Split or the Will-O-Wisp as opposed to him going for an offensive move in that scenario. And the great thing about this is that I can actually go for the Healing Wish with my Latias, typically I like to save Healing Wish for Talonflame, but because Mega Manectric is actually just such a giant threat to his team, I felt like this was a perfect chance for me to Healing Wish my Mega Manectric back up to full HP, so I can save it or still have it for the remainder of this match, just being a humongous offensive presence to his team, because with his Gliscor gone, I just spam my electric stab moves very freely against his entire team, so there's no reason for him to switch out here. His best play was to definitely just sack off the Rotom there, because him saving Rotom later for Death Fodder and having something else take damage would have been a lot more beneficial to me than him just leaving in Rotom there for Death Fodder, as I Volt Switch back into my boy Seismitoad here on the brink of just being Death Fodder, is almost brought back up to full HP. So he's going to end up bringing in the Azumarill. I expect him to want to go for the knockoff, but he actually ends up going for the Play Rough, and I'm thinking, alright, I'm going to eat this. No, that is Choice Banded Azumarill, and I am Defensive Scizor, guys. That is definitely banded damage. This man has banded Infernape and banded Azumarill, and that banded Azumarill is actually kind of going to be a problem. So I'm going to go ahead, just U-turn here, because I was pretty positive he wasn't going to risk staying in and trying to go for the Play Rough again, seeing as he did have a perfectly safe switch into my Bullet Punch in the form of this Infernape. But I can U-turn into Talonflame here, guys, and I'm in Gale Wings range. I'm going to claim my kill, and I'm going to go for the priority Supersonic Sky Strike, and this is so awesome, man. Like, there's not many instances where you may see a priority Z move, but this is a perfect instance where it's gonna come in handy, because I'm pretty sure whatever he switched in here was gonna get absolutely annihilated. Like, not even regular Mega Aerodactyl was gonna switch safely into that. I think I would have done at least like 40 to 35%, I want to say. Maybe I'll put a calc on screen and we'll find out exactly how much a Supersonic Sky Strike would have done to Aerodactyl on the potential switch in. Either way though, I'm going to go ahead, switch directly into my physically defensive Seismitoad, knowing that I should be able to live anything that he wants to go for, as he actually ends up going for the Hone Claws. Now, I did not pay attention to what move he went for this turn. I thought that he had gone for the Stone Edge and he missed. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I can just Scald this thing and just beat it 1v1, not really paying attention to how much damage the Ice Fang was actually doing to my Seismitoad. But luckily, it's not going to be a 2 KO, and he only has a 10% chance to get the flinch, and if he freezes me, I unthaw with Scald, but he does actually end up getting the 10% flinch there, which kind of sucks, but it's not really too crucial in the long run of the battle. Like, it would have been nice to keep my Toad around for that Azumarill, and I guess in hindsight I might have been able to switch out here into my Scizor, but this is where me not seeing he went for Hone Claws really ends up costing me in this battle. So I bring him on my Manectric thinking, okay, I'm -1, I'm at full HP, I live any hit this wants to go for, right? So, no, I get destroyed by the Earthquake, and now things are actually looking a little scary, because I do not want to allow him to get a free switch into his Azumarill here. So I'm going to decide to go for the Ice Punch, just trying to get off some possible damage on the incoming Azumarill. Although I guess in that sense, I probably should have gone for the Play Rough, but I think I didn't Play Rough just because I didn't want to risk missing. So Ice Punch covered him staying in and switching out, as I was able to live the hit. This turn, I'm going to try and go for the Play Rough and maybe win a potential speed tie, as he absolutely destroys me with a Liquidation. And this is where he actually has a chance to win this battle, because if my Bullet Punch does not do enough damage to this Azumarill, then my Brave Bird from Talonflame is not gonna knock him out, and that Bullet Punch does nothing but Scizor, being the monster that it is. And because I am a defensive Scizor, I live on 1 HP, and I'm gonna be able to get off a second Bullet Punch on this Azumarill, guaranteeing him in range of where Talonflame can just come in here. And because I am at full HP, if for some reason he could switch up moves, which he didn't, or he couldn't, I should say, because he was definitely banded, he was doing too much damage to my Scizor, I could out-prioritize him if he tried to Aqua Jet me because I am still at full HP, I get priority on the Brave Bird, and down goes the Azumarill for the very narrow 1-0 in my favor, man. If he had knocked out my Scizor there, I honestly don't think a Brave Bird would have been able to finish him off if he was a max HP variant. So very, very good game to Zack there, man. Made 2 really big mistakes in this match. Thankfully, though, was kind of able to get back in the groove there near the end. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy the crazy battle. Answer the comment question of the day and make sure to hit that like button down below, guys. Thank you all for the support on the Wi-Fi battles, and with that being said, I'll see y'all tomorrow with a showdown live and another Wi-Fi battle. So later, everybody.
No matter where you're at, I'm not here to make friends, it's time to attack and deplete your HP with a final smash. Don't make me turn around and pull a 6-foot hacks. 6 foot hacks, yeah.